Sometimes nature creates animals that would frighten even Geralt of Rivia. Unusual mutations produce real monsters like giant lions the size of bulls or rams with a human face. Now we're going to show you the most unique animals that appear once in 1,000 years. Don't miss out. You'll see unique footage and learn the mysterious history of these extraordinary creatures. There's a story in ancient Greek legends about the Cyclops, a one-eyed giant who devoured humans. Now cross this monster with one of the world's toughest ocean predators and you get a very real creature that hit the camera a few years ago. It's a Cyclops shark. It was found near the coast of Mexico. The shark's only eye was exactly in the center of its flattened snout. The fish was also an albino. Luckily, the fisherman caught the monster when it was still quite small, only as long as an adult's arm. I wonder how big that shark would have grown had it not been caught. Maybe that fisherman saved us from the ocean monster. What do you think about that? Answer in the comments. As for the cause of such a mutant, there is a theory. Some scientists believe that the cause of such fish is a vitamin A deficiency in the mutant mother. That's why good nutrition is so important. Don't run out on vegetables now. You'd rather look at the next monster. A chimera born in Russia could hardly grow into a monster, but it's still frightening at first sight. A few years ago, a lamb with a human face was born there. More precisely, the animal's muzzle bones, due to a unique mutation, resembled the face of an old grandfather. A long chin, a hooked nose. The face was covered with wool, and the lamb's behavior was most ordinary, but still, looking at a creature that looks like a human though it's not, it becomes uncomfortable. Or do you find it cute? Answer in the comments. It's not always nature that takes something away from a mutant animal. Sometimes, on the contrary, it gives it something extra. For example, two-headed snakes can be found in nature. If you suffer from a fear of reptiles, this creature can cause a heart attack. Two heads are complete, have teeth, and can attack prey. How does this mutation come about? Such snakes are a kind of undivided Siamese twins. Some have two heads, others have two necks, and even two hearts. In our top, this phenomenon is the most common. While the Cyclops shark is unique, two-headed snakes appear occasionally in different snake species around the world. But still, seeing such a creature is a huge rarity. This is because two heads on one body is not a superpower at all. Heads don't have fraternal feelings for each other. They constantly fight for control of the body, cannot hunt successfully because of their conflicts, and if the length of the neck allows, they also attack each other. Getting killed by the venom of your other head is frightening, don't you agree? And before you answer, don't forget to like it. You'll see even more phenomenal cases next. Not all unique mutations are ugly. What do you think of this fluffy cat? Cute, isn't he? And if you're expecting him to have teeth under his tail or turn out to have a scaly belly, you're wrong. The uniqueness of this animal doesn't make him a monster at all. It's a winged cat. Cats have 4 large legs and 2 long wings on their back. The cat is unable to fly, the spurs are not big enough, and are covered with ordinary fur, not feathers. But it still looks mysterious. After all the animals on the planet have wings, which are modified front limbs. If a cat already has 4 legs, where do these spurs come from? There is no answer, so this is an incredibly rare mutation that is still the subject of debate amongst scientists. Some even say they aren't wings, just piled hair. Others believe it's the cat's shoulder blades that have been altered due to some genetic defect. This mutation is so rare that no one has yet been able to carry out tests and full research, although videos and photos of such cats do occur. What do you think? Is it a hoax, or maybe a rare phenomenon? Or maybe even a new round of evolution? Then in some centuries, wings of cats will become more developed, and cats will learn, if not to fly, then to glide as flying squirrels do. Would you like to get such a pet? Separately, we should remember physically normal animals, which are unique in their coloring. This is not a defect or abnormality, but simply an unusual combination of genes. This makes them look incredibly bright and beautiful, like a cat called Venus, for example. Half of its face is black, half is orange, and the color of the cat's eyes is also different. Cats can have unusual coloring, but her case of such an even split into two suits is unique. The cat has become an Instagram star, so has made her owner a pretty good fortune. Jealous? Well, don't feel bad. It's not just cats that have unique coloring. You'd get a lot of attention if you caught a bicolored lobster, for instance. It was caught off the coast of Nova Scotia, so you know where to look. Maybe he's got relatives there. Its body is evenly divided lengthwise into orange and black and green halves. Amongst insects, too, there are such uniquenesses as this unique pink grasshopper. Both are unique to their species. But if winged and razzle-dazzle cats are cute, this mustachioed one will scare you for sure. After all, you're looking at Hercules, the biggest wildcat in the world. He is twice the size of the largest lion. While a Ujurian tiger can weigh up to 550 pounds, Hercules weighed all of 900. And all this weight, powerful healthy muscles, which allowed this giant to move almost 1.5 times faster than a running lion. On his hind legs, Hercules was over 12 pounds tall. He lived in a zoo, so he did not have to hunt. Otherwise, he could maul elephants and rhinos. Such a predator is cooler than the Ice Age saber-toothed tigers. Where did it come from? Did the lion drink a magic potion like an Asterix and Obelix movie? No, it's just that Hercules is the biggest liger in history. It's a cross between a lion and a tiger. They don't cross paths in the wild, and if they do, in India, for example, they'll be competitors. But in the zoo, they did not need to compete, and a romance, shall we say, ensued between the two predators in the same enclosure. Such hybrids are sometimes born, but Hercules is the biggest and strongest in history. Incidentally, since the gene responsible for growth is passed down from a lion, a tiger and a lioness hybrid is always smaller than a lion and tigress love child. And if you want to know more about feral cat interbreeding, post it in the comments. Speaking of African animals, people once saw an incredible animal on safari in Africa. Giraffes are already impressive as they are up to 13.5 feet tall, enough to stand on the ground and look out of a second-story window. But this unique giraffe was different at first sight, for its neck was critically crooked, as if it had been broken by a giant. Only the protruding spine did not bother the animal. The giraffe walked and ate peacefully. It's unclear what caused such a strange condition, a congenital defect or an injury, but we're glad the giraffe survived and managed to adapt. Do you think the animal should have been caught from the study? If there was a chance to cure it, but the operation would have been life-threatening, what would you have chosen? Answer in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you more often. We have quite a few things that will surprise you.